Hi everyone, welcome to this week. Expand our verb knowledge, and we're going to learn new conjugations of verbs in the present tense, and along the way we'll review the present we know. Alright, so this is the present tense that we already know. You might remember that we use the present stem, and that the present stem is the RE form, which is the third principal part, minus that RE. So porta becomes the present stem. And then onto that present stem, we add the personal endings, right? That's that OST, mustis und, all right? And that is all done up in this grid above. Ignore the passive. We've not learned that yet, all right? But here's good old first conjugation with those A's that we're familiar with, all right? And over here is second conjugation, right, with E's. All right, and here's third conjugation. Remember, third conjugation, because of that short E, right, uses that I instead of the E. All right, and then because it's that I, remember that Latin does not like that INT sound, so it changes that I to a U. All right, and sorry about that. Remember, we're ignoring the passive because we don't quite know that yet. So, pono, pones, ponit, ponimus, ponitis, ponunt. All right, so the third conjugation over here on the right, pono, ponera. All right, just get rid of those so we can see them. There we go. All right. Yeah, you can see that there's no IO right there, and there's no IO there either. All right. So third IO and fourth are going to use an I in the present tense. Fourth because it uses an I in the second principal part. Third and third IO because the E is short. All right. So if I say pono, ponera, that is a short E. Capio, capere, that is a short E. All right. If I go back to second conjugation, dokeo, dokera, that is a long E. And that long E is also why it stays in that first principal part. You'll notice for pono, the E drops out because the short E. In dokeo, the E stays in there because it is a long E. So with ERE verbs in general, let's assume that you're not going to have macrons, the long marks. If I have dokeo, dokera, pono, ponera, capio, capera. All right, all those EREs are going to look the same. If you hit an ERE verb, to identify the conjugation, you then go back to the first principal part. So EO is going to be second conjugation, straight O is going to be third conjugation, and IO, of course, is going to be third IO. All right, so EO equals second, straight O equals third, and IO equals third IO. All right, so for those EREs, the way you tell them apart is by going to the first conjugation. Week, we are learning third IO and fourth, and actually third as well, apologies. So, a couple things, all right? If we look at pono, ponera, and that's from the previous slide, capio, capere, and audio, audire, all right? You'll see kind of a double overlap, if you will. All right, so with these guys, you've got the ERE that overlaps, and with these guys, you've got the IOs that overlap, all right? And so remember that conjugation is defined by the second principal part, all right? And so by that definition, both pono and capio are third conjugation. All right, because they have that short ERE. And I'll address the ERE situation in a sec, meaning the overlap with the second conjugation. The difference with these two third conjugation verbs is that pono has just a straight O and capio has an IO. And so we call capio third IO. All right, and all that means is that by principal part, by definition, it's a third conjugation verb because it has that short ERE in the second principal part. But what that IO tells us is that it is essentially going to function as a fourth conjugation verb. So if we look at the chart here, all right, if we look up here, ignore the passive as we've been doing, you can see that everything here is the same. All right. So you got the IO in the first person singular. Everything else is the same. And then you've got the IUNT in the third person plural. All right. The fourth conjugation will use long I's instead of short I's. You can see the macrons say over the east. All right. That's not a difference we're going to worry too much about. So they're going to appear to be the same. And all right, so here's a little exercise. So you're just identifying the conjugation. All right, so remember that to do that, you go to the second principal part. So IRE, ERE, ERE, ARE, IRE, IRE, ERE, IRE, etc. All right, and the second principal part will tell you what conjugation it is. If you hit one of those EREs, then, as I said in the last slide, you go to the first principal part. So, for instance, advenio, advenire, IRE is fourth because of that IRE. Number 2, rapio, rapera, one of those EREs. So I go to the first principal part, and that is third IO, and you should specify that it's third IO. Number 3, ERE, I go to the first principal part. Straight O, so that means it's third. And then number 4, Wito Witara, that A tells me that it's first. All right, so I'll let you do the rest. Excuse me. All right, so we're choosing the correct Latin form for the English at left. So we're taking the English at left. All right, so we are leading. All right. So it's present tense, and we is the subject. So that's present, that's we. Let's make sure that's correct. That's present, that's he, she, it. That's present, that's they. All right, so it is dukimus. That is correct. All right, I understand. All right, so first person singular, present. Intelligo looks like first person singular present. Let's make sure. ERE is the infinitive. That's not going to be it. AM doesn't look familiar. It's actually the future, but we haven't learned that yet. So intelligo is our first person present. All right. All right, I'll let you do the rest. Number 3, it looks like I included by mistake 2 correct answers. All right, and they are both those. So either one of those is correct. There's nothing different about them. All right, so here is a motto for you, as you know I like. Virtus unita fortius agit. All right, so united strength, one strength. All right, functions more bravely, functions stronger, more strongly. But the important part here, there's agit. That is my third conjugation verb. It is third person singular. All right, and it is, of course, present tense. There's that I we talked about, and T, of course, is the he, she, it ending with virtus as a subject. All right, Claremont McKenna in California. So same thing, crescit. All right, that's my third conjugation present tense verb. I tells me it's present tense. T is my he, she, it ending. All right, so the state, civitas, grows with commerce. All right, here's what appears to be a private school. All right, non scholae said vitae discimus. And again, there's my present tense. Now I've got a mus ending for we, of course. And there's that I, right? That I for the present tense. All right, so we learn not for school, but for life. Scholae and vitae are both dative. All right, and this is the motto of my son's high school. All right, Concordia res parvae crescunt. I like it because there, again, is that present third conjugation verb, but it's got that U. It illustrates that U. Romans didn't like that INT. It changes to a U. So crescunt, never crescint, or at least not for the present tense. So harmony, res parvae, small things, grow with harmony. Concordia, with a long A. All right. Here's a third conjugation present indicative text from a medieval poem. So all third conjugation verbs, and a good way to do that is look for that IT. So laquescit, decrescit, fugit, and I'll let you finish off the rest. All right, but that IT, again, that I is going to be the sign of the third conjugation. All right, let's take a look at this week's summons. So you're just translating the verb forms into English. All right, so watch out for tense. All right, conjugation isn't really going to affect the translation, and then, of course, subject. So, scribet, he or she writes. Sedent. All right, they sit. All right, so watch out for number 5. Watch out for number 11 and number 10. And watch out for number 15. All right. The rest should be pretty straightforward. Make sure you know what those are. Those are going to be a little trickier. And the writing, we're translating sentences into English. All right, so you hear many things, but I do not. So we're going to be working with these verbs. So auditis, it specifies that it's plural. That's why that tis ending is in there. All right, auditis multa. So I can just use the adjective with the neuter ending to get that things in there. I don't need a word for things. Said, known, ego. And I can repeat audio if I want, but I don't have to. So auditis multa, said, known, ego. All right, that is it for this week. Email if you have any questions, and I will be here next week. Thanks.